Voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Potato in the Box. Will Bitcoin continue to go up? We'll be talking about that today. There's some statements made by a congressman saying get rid of the SEC, and a conspiracy theory there on 4chan talking about who the real Satoshi may be. Very interesting information as the price of Bitcoin looking strong out there. I see Jojo Wave, Impatient Potato. Again, today we'll be talking about will the price of Bitcoin continue to go up? We'll be talking about what a U.S. congressman said about getting rid of the SEC, a conspiracy theory that's circulating the interwebs out there concerning who the real Satoshi may be, and more. But first, let me shout out once again Jojo Wave, Impatient Potato, and the rest of the kapumpers, the boomers worldwide in the trenches that are following the coin market caps as the price of Bitcoin continues to look strong. Shout out to everybody out there. Make sure you touch the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word that we spread here daily. Good morning to Queens Races. We're deep here in the trenches checking out the price of Bitcoin, and today we'll be talking about what a congressman will be saying, what a congressman said about getting rid of the SEC, along with a conspiracy theory about who the real Satoshi may be that's been circulating the boards out there. Very interesting information and more. Let me shout out all the boomers out there. Queen says, afternoon, we took a little drop, but it's looking healthy. Indeed, it's looking healthy. Let's check out today's coin market cap before we talk about where we see the price of Bitcoin going for the short term, what these congressmen are saying about the SEC, what the conspiracies are about the real Satoshis, and more. Let me turn off these coins and shout out all the boomers once again. Here we are at Coin Market Cap. Let me hit refresh so we stay up to date with the latest pumping information out there. Things are moving quickly, fast, in a flash out there. The crypto market cap can catch up to you quickly out there. You better have all your storm supplies ready. Right now, it's looking blue skies, green on the boards. But we're always prepared for any rogue attack on the left flank out there. Bitcoin currently at 79.14. This morning we were at 83, almost 82. So this is a little pullback, but it's still green on the 24. Market cap for all the bags worldwide is at $235 billion, with the Bitcoin dominance slipping a little bit now, back down to 59%. We saw it go over 60% momentarily, which seems to me that people are moving on up to the altcoins, and they're probably speculating on some of the blue chippers along with some of the baby bear altcoins out there. Shout out to Derek Smith. What up with the maniacs? Raji Raj is here. We got boomers here in the trenches. Decorated crypto Spartans here, ready to claim what's theirs. Ether at 204. At least Ether went to the gym, sipped a little whey protein out there, and we're patiently waiting for that Ether boom. Will it happen? With other coins like Bitcoin Cash moving at 378, finally pulling back after a run like no other. Litecoin pulling back as well, under $90 at 88 bucks. And you got EOS, what I like to call Ethereum on steroids, 577. EOS is still in the green next to Ethereum. Ethereum better get on their P's and Q's. Vitalik better get on their P's and Q's. Dan Larimer secretly is pumping, apparently. Shout out to Queens Races. He just dropped $1 here in the month. Thanks once again to Queens. I got dollars flying out the skies. Guys, follow the leader here, Queens Races, and show some love in the box if you choose to. If you're getting value from the streams, throw $1 or $5. It'll be well appreciated. Thank you so much, Queens Races. Stay pumping, stay booming out there. Let me drop a bomb for you. Indeed. Binance at $23. Binance with a little pullback. Stellar up at 11 cents. You know who's using Stellar, guys? Ripple's little cousin. I gave it a pass, but I'm about to revoke the pass. I don't know. Perhaps maybe people are interested on their partnership, I believe with Land Rover, Range Rover, one of the car manufacturers. Let me know what you think about it. Should we stay gunning on it or not? Cardano at 8 cents. Cardano better make a movement with this Shelly. Cardano better make a movement and upgrade with the Shelly sooner than later. It's got till the end of the month. About a couple of weeks left to Cardano to get on their P's and Q's. You got Tron at 2 cents. Monero, one of my favorite ones, at $81. Dash at 138. Satoshi Vision is down. This one's garbage. But we're going to be talking about a conspiracy theory concerning what many call the fake Satoshi, Craig Wright. and his ties to what could be the real Satoshi. I'm not sure if I believe it or not, but there's a pretty interesting conspiracy theory circulating the webs, and I don't really cover these conspiracy theories, but I like this one. I think the boomers should check it out. Queen says, champ, Cardano still 7 cents, Stellar 11 cents. Some coins ain't moving hard. A lot of people are tired of these alts. Yeah, these alts, they promise a lot, and a lot of them don't do anything. That's why these past couple of streams, I've been identifying coins that I feel have a community, and I feel that have actual use case scenarios, and we've talked about them. EOS being one. Most of the dApps are on EOS. Okay, and now when it comes to Cardano, they say they promise, but it's just a bunch of promises. So you know the deal out there. Binance actually has a working product. Derek says, when is Binance opening deposits back up? I don't know. I'm not Binance customer support. You may want to contact CZ because I have no idea. Timmy says, yo, champ, what if Craig Wrights is the real Satoshi? What will happen to BTC SV? I don't think he's the real Satoshi. And you'll see with this conspiracy theory, they're saying another gentleman called Paul Salatchi is the real Satoshi. And I'm going to get right to that because it's a real interesting conspiracy theory circulating that just surfaced yesterday. And I was up yesterday checking it out. I was intrigued, to say the least. You got Raj with the smiles out here, and Rafal's here. I see you out there, all the boomers tuning in. I appreciate all you maniacs. Thank you for the gratuity out there, Queens. I appreciate you. Let me drop another bomb for you. Boom. Let's get to this article. You have a U.S. Congressman, Ron Paul. Shout out to Ron Paul. He's one of the few in the Congress that I'm actually supportive of. He wrote the book End the Fed. So Ron has been a crypto supporter. I'm not sure if he's a crypto bag holder, but he's been promoting to end the Fed for a while now. I actually have his book out here. And shout out to Ron, a U.S. Congressman. He says, get rid of the SEC. Let the market regulate crypto. And I can agree with that. Ron is defending Bitcoin. Shout out to Ron Paul. He's one of the few out there that I actually, I can get behind. Let me drop a bomb. Boom. Shout out to Batman. Abani, he says, what is the future of altcoins? That's a real vague question. I mean, there's 2,000 of them. I think you got to look at one altcoin at a time, but the majority of them are garbage bags. Queen's Racist says, if Craig Wright has the keys to the Tulip funds, that would make him Satoshi, but who knows? Stay tuned because we're going to be talking about that in just a moment. Let's see, Craig is involved with a court case in the Southern District of Florida, and he's been subpoenaed, and some of the court documents have been redacted, but apparently they slipped, and there's some information out there that perhaps maybe could lead to some to believe that there is actually a real Satoshi. I don't know. I'm going to share you this information in just a moment. Anyhow, you got Ron Paul saying, end the SEC. Here are some of the positive comments that Ron stated here, and this interview or this statement that he made to Crypto Daily, I believe. They're the ones that are reporting this. I have it linked down below. Ron Paul said, so if you look at money, the total decentralization of money in the Federal Reserve System, and they have legal tender law, you're not allowed to compete. You're not even allowed to compete with gold and silver, which is in the Constitution. It's centralized in the hands of the people who print money. They commit the fraud. They become the counterfeiters. And shout out to Ron Paul once again. Only in Toto could we reveal the fraud that is this legacy banking system. It's just a funny bunny behind the curtain. Although his biggest fights might be behind him, Ron Paul didn't hold back when talking about regulation. He says, I'd let the market regulate cryptocurrencies, he says. I wouldn't have the government do anything other than if somebody's committing fraud. If you need regulations, the market should regulate. They shouldn't have any subsidies or any bailouts or anything. But there's corruption. The government should be, if there's corruption, the government should be involved. And he goes on to say, get rid of the SEC. That would be ideal. Again, he says, get rid of the SEC. That would be ideal. You know how I feel. I mean, I think less regulation's better, and let the market regulate ourselves. We don't need Big Daddy holding our hands out here. We're grown men. Shout out to the revolutionists. Welcome back. Boom. I see you out there. Queens, Batman, Bonnie. Guys, stay tuned in. Let's talk about it. Let's not even stay tuned in. Let's go ahead and talk about this because this is what's on my mind this morning. This is a thread that's going on the 4chan boards. Paul Salatchi Leroux, the real Satoshi. Now, you guys know that Craig Wright, the fake Satoshi, the one that's behind Bitcoin SV that I'm not really behind, he claims to be Satoshi, but that he can't release the keys and that he's not going to do it and he's not going to send the transaction. Anyhow, he's been subpoenaed. And a few days ago, Craig Wright's court case posted a redacted document where Craig described his involvement in bringing down a crime boss. And it's linked here on this thread. Most of the mentions were censored, but they missed one on page 4. Okay, over the last few days, this poster has been rereading all the documents he can get his hands on, and he's figured it out. Here's the real crypto black pill. Here's the hook, guys. Bitcoin was a project of an evil genius whose name was Paul Salachi Leroux. He intended it simply for the purpose of money laundering, a use case which is clearly seeing fruition even today with the likes of crypto capital. Unfortunately, soon after he went quiet with Satoshi's identity, he was captured by law enforcement, and he's going to spend the rest of his life rotting in jail. But how does Craig Wright fit into this? Continued. Craig Wright was an employee of Leroux who was vaguely aware of the Bitcoin project. Craig was an informant who helped bring down Leroux after his arrest. Craig managed, via longtime friend and partner in crime, David Kleiman, to get his hands on the wallet that holds 1 million Bitcoins. But unfortunately for Craig, all of Satoshi's coins are locked away in the secure TrueCrypt volume. TrueCrypt being another software that Leroux developed. He has been trying for years to crack them, but with no success. Another one of Craig's longtime friends, Calvin Ayre, has set up warehouses of computers to try to crack Salachi's password and unlock the vast fortunes. His mining activity is simply a front to make these massive data centers look legitimate. Craig is being set up as the real Satoshi so that when the coins are finally unlocked, they could legitimately sell them off. Crazy story. I have a link down below. I don't even know what to say about this. This one's got all kinds of curveballs at me. And, the internet never fails to provide another crazy story. And this one's posted yesterday, at 5:12. So this thread has been locked ever since. And they left it up. It's been archived. So it's about 2 days, so 1.5 days old. Bam, bam, like a movie, Hollywood, right? But, champagne, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. I don't think Craig's the real Satoshi, but this definitely thickens the plot. I don't know who this Salachi is, but apparently he's a nefarious criminal, but that he, has a high IQ and apparently he coded. So let me know. Sounds legit, but who knows? Could be true. It sounds like it could be legit, but who knows? This one's crazy, says Batman. Here is rumors that a lot of huge companies enter the crypto market. Is that true? Yes, Fidelity is in, Bakkt is in, and whatnot. But the story of the day is who is the real Satoshi. Will the real Satoshi stand up? My little cousin out there hiding. Ron Paul is Satoshi, says Batman. That's funny. But indeed, if Craig Wright has the keys, that would make him Satoshi, but who knows? But he doesn't have the keys. He would have already done something. But apparently, according to this conspiracy, Craig is being set up as the real Satoshi. So when the coins are finally unlocked, they can legitimately sell them off. So apparently, maybe they have his hardware wallet, and they're been trying to crack the code. They're saying it's 1 million Bitcoins are in this wallet that apparently they're trying to crack. According to this conspiracy that we're seeing here online, I have no idea whether this is true or not, but I found it extremely interesting. It's like half-baked who killed Killer B. Exactly. Shout out to Jigger Rome's Batman, Timmy Timmermans, Batman Abani, the revolutionist, and the rest of the boomers that are tuning in. Guys, let me know what you think about this Paul Salachi character and how this ties into the Craig Wright case. Apparently, they got a hold. Craig Wright's an informant, apparently, according to these redacted documents that are posted. He's a snitch. He worked to take down Paul, who is supposedly the real Satoshi, and they got his hardware wallet, and they've been setting up warehouses of computers to try to crack his password and unlock the vast fortune. This is out of a movie, but this is very funny. To say the least, and interesting. Not even funny, it's interesting, really, and intriguing. Timmy Timmerman says, Craig crashes Bitcoin and pumps Satoshi Vision. I don't know. I'm not behind Satoshi Vision, guys. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. Whether this guy's the real Satoshi or not, or I think that at this point it really doesn't matter. Solachi sounds like Satoshi. It's Solachi, Solotshi, Solachi. I got it linked down below if you guys want to check out the thread and read it. I've read this a bunch of replies on this thread on all kinds of conspiracy theories, and for the least, it's a very interesting and intriguing read. Tell your cousin Satoshi to unblock you, champ. You know, my cousin Satoshi doesn't. He hasn't been tuned in lately. He's gone rogue. He's gone silent. Shout out to Timmy, Jigger Rome's Batman, and the rest of the boomers. Let's check out the Bitcoin charts to see how healthy things are looking right now. We'll talk about whether the price will continue to go up. And here we are at the Coinbase prices, and we had a pump this morning. Things kind of pulled back yesterday, down about 70. Go back to the 1 day here. So they kind of pulled back, and then they're booming back again. So they've kind of pulled back to like 76. Just a few hours, it went up to almost 83. Where will we go from here? It looks like we're going back to 8. We're testing, right now the resistance seems to be somewhere around here, which is 82, 83. So will we crack that? I don't know. I've been seeing headlines saying that we're headed to 9K. It's too early to call. Definitely we're going to have to see a pullback in some time for the price to stabilize. So where will it stabilize at? Hopefully at 8 or higher. But, it's too early to call. Will the price continue to rise? I think for the midterm, absolutely. I think at some point this year, maybe even in the summer, we may see 10K, guys. But I still stand by my midterm prediction for the end of the year that will be somewhere above around 8K at the end of the year. I think this is the price, maybe a little bit more, we'll be at the end of the year. But I still think that we have some room to pump. Chinese market going down, we go kaboom. Says freaking crazy. Okay? I don't really care about the Chinese market. I think this is a worldwide market. I don't know if you're talking about the regular markets, but definitely, the S&P went down after, the trade wars and everything that's going on with China, but it seems like it's positively impacting the price of Bitcoin. Jigger Rome says he got a feeling that Chinese cryptos will kaboom if Bitcoin is really banned there. How many times has it been banned, though? They've banned mining. They've banned cryptos. This is not the first time. And it hasn't really impacted the price. Last week, there was a congressman calling for the banning of cryptos in the United States. And right after that, the price went up. The week before, Binance got hacked. The price went up. Okay? Shout out to Ron Paul, U.S. congressman. He's one of the boomers out there. He's saying remove the SEC. Get rid of the SEC. That would be ideal. Let the market regulate itself. This is out of Crypto Daily. I just reported about that. And the most intriguing story of the day, or of the month at least, is this conspiracy going on the 4chan channels. Paul Solachi, Calder Leroux, the real Satoshi. According to these redacted documents, Craig described his involvement in bringing down the crime boss. Craig was an employee of Leroux who was very vaguely aware of the Bitcoin project, says this post. Craig was an informant who helped bring him down. Okay, so apparently they have set up warehouses to try to crack his hardware encryption, his wallet encryption. So there you go. Let me know what you think about this. Is Paul Solachi the real Satoshi, boomers? Ron Paul called that guy a thug. Which guy? Says Batman. Lawmakers passing laws like the U.S. Constitution doesn't exist, says Rev. Queen says, I heard Bitcoin's price from the bottom 31.22 and now we're up 160%. For us to be all-time highs again, it only takes 140%. There you go. And I mentioned this yesterday, Queens. The last time that Bitcoin went over $7,000, it took 45 days for it to hit an all-time high. So things can move quickly. Oh, yeah, the congressman, Batman. You're right. The congressman last week, I forgot his name. Definitely he eats bagels, though. He said that, it's for thugs or whatnot, I believe. He said something along those lines, saying that it's a threat to the U.S. dollar and they're trying to ban cryptos. But it hasn't impacted the price. I think that actually global uncertainty probably positively impacts the price of crypto. Timmy Timmerman says snitches get stitches, Craig. So, yeah, apparently, according to these documents, Craig's a snitch that helped take down this Paul Salachi character, whether he's the real Satoshi or not. I think the fact is that we got a snitch on our hands out here. Apparently, it's what this says. And, I'm not really in for the gossip or not, but I found this conspiracy theory very, very intriguing. Chinese own majority of crypto. That's why their stock market is down significantly. They leverage money back into crypto. So it's freaking crazy. Crypto wealth will help me pay off my student loans. Can't wait. Can't wait. A lot of people are waiting for this to pump. And those as well that got in over 10K or around this price. That there was a lot of FOMO and there's people that bought at 11, 12K. They're trying to break even as well. So, hopefully the price goes up. You know what my predictions are. I think we'll see 10K. We'll see 10K at some point this year. But, there'll probably be a pullback. Now that the BACT has announced that the futures are going to be implemented there, they're going to open up their exchange. Is it June or July? We reported that yesterday. I mentioned this yesterday. The last time that the Chicago exchange offered futures, soon after that, the price went down. So, maybe there is an opposite effect here. Instead of the price going up, and usually after the futures are introduced, maybe the price goes down. I don't know. Crypto wealth will help me pay off my student loans. Can't wait. We read that. Rev says, do American knows that legal is unconstitutional, as legal is the corporate law of the sea and constitutional law is the law of the land. Yeah, I don't know if all the boomers know that, but we know about the maritime law and how things are being treated out here. We know it. It's a shame. It seems like we don't follow the Constitution anymore. I predict 15K, says Oscar Ruiz. That's pretty bullish. That is pretty bullish. I don't know if we'll hit that, but I'll take it. I think we'll hit 30, 40K year end with many pullbacks by end of the year. So there you go. You guys are a little bit more bullish than I. I think the run's going to come next year. Maybe I'm being conservative. I'm a long-term boomer. I think we'll see 30 or 40K eventually in less than 3 years. I'll tell you that, freaking crazy. But maybe you're saying it's this year. I don't know. I would say I don't think so. Not that I'm being negative or anything. I think it's going to happen next year as we approach the halving. But listen, if it happens this year, that's great. Rev says legal is treason to the Constitution. We can get into all that too. I mean, the tax identification number, how things, the law associates with maritime law, the UCC code, the Uniform Commercial Code, and how that works and how it usurps the Constitution, supposedly. We can get into that, but maybe that's another video. I do encourage everybody to check the NPC, Hidden Symbolism Behind the Wizard of Oz. I think that can lead you in that direction. You start figuring out how much of a fraud this whole system has been set up on. Champ, your likes are looking good. They're all right. They're all right. The bits were looking good, Rev. You know what I've been telling you. Hold the bits, hold the line. Cardano has nothing on Bitcoin. That's the bottom line, Rev. Maybe it'll pump, but Bitcoin's the one. You want to hold it. I know you don't agree, but, the champ been telling the boomers out there, hold the bits. It's my opinion. Next year, Bit will hit over 100K and so on for years ahead. Pullbacks will happen, said freaking crazy. That's bullish. I don't know if I believe you. But, I'll take it. Queen says, I smell a bagel bomb incoming. You know the deal. They're out there. Sometimes they throttle the stream, but we'll continue to boom with the best of them. Yeah, I want to know more about that Admiral Law stuff, says Jigger Romes. Yeah, we can talk about that. I don't like to get so much into the conspiracy theories because, you get down those threads and those wormholes, those rabbit holes, and sometimes they can get you depressed. I'm out here for the boom, okay? I want positivity. I want self-improvement. But, sometimes you got to know what's going on. There's a lot of fraud out there. Timmy Timmerman says, my feelings also says 100K. Freaking crazy says, if you don't believe me, McAfee will eat his junk. Yeah, I mean, I know McAfee said that, the price of the bits is going to be like 250 by I don't know what year, but I don't know. And I'll take it. I can see the price going up, but I don't know about this year. But, I've been wrong before. So, let's take it. Let's be positive. A lot of people were saying that the halving we're going to 366,000. That's a lot. I mean, I've seen predictions to up to $1 million+ with Bitcoin. And we've talked about them before. I just want to get to $1 trillion market cap. Okay. And see at least Bitcoin around 35K. That could happen, in about a year or so, maybe. And again, nobody knows, including the champ or anybody here in the population of the chat box. But I think the crypto maniacs are definitely positive for the short term now and the long term. Rev says he could see Bitcoin over 20K by the end of the year. There you go. Okay. So, I mean, most of the people are disagreeing with me. Okay. That's good. Actually, I like that. It makes me feel better about the price of the bits. I think we'll flirt with 10. I thought we would pull back, but let's see. Maybe you guys will convince me otherwise. Anyhow, I think that right now we're in the middle of a bull run, and we'll definitely see 10K sometime this year. Will that sustain? I don't know. Maybe there'll be a sell-off after BACT goes online. I don't know. Take a few more comments and questions before I sign off. But guys, definitely check out this thread over there at the 4chan that's been archived. Pasolachi called her the real Satoshi. Okay. Let me know what you think about that. You got Ron Paul saying at the end the Fed. I agree with that. And where would the price of Bitcoin continue to go up? I think most of the boomers think that we're going to see close to all-time highs this year. Some are saying 15, some are saying 20, some are saying 30, 40. But it seems like most of the boomers are a little bit more, have a little more of a positive outlook than I do, which is great. I'll take it. Written says, just got on thoughts on the Got Satoshi PR stunt. I was going to talk about it, but I just saw that they posted a video there introducing some sort of something. So it was more of a marketing scheme. I'm not into it. Forget about it. What's really catching my attention here, written, is this Paul Salachi Calder the Rue conspiracy theory that's going on 4chan and how it ties to Craig Wright. Captain Ron says, where do you see the price of Ethereum end of year? I have no idea, Ron. I'm focused on Bitcoin on end of year. I have a little baggie of Ether, and I hope the best for Ether, but Ether's looking weak. I'll be honest with you. Let's see if they can upgrade. What's up with Binance withdrawals? Are they live today, says Batman? I have no idea. Someone else asked that, but I'm not Binance crypto support, so I have no idea. Oscar Ruiz thinks that Paul Salachi is the real Satoshi, bro. It's definitely an interesting theory, guys. I mean, it's fun to read. Read the whole thread, all the replies. I took some time reading this thread yesterday. It was interesting. Queen says, Rev, my brother bought a whole Bitcoin at 68, and we went up to 8K like 2 days after. I think I'm going to try to get a loan, says Queens. Shout out to Queens and congrats out there. Guys, keep a little bit of Bitcoin there under the pillow, guys. A little bit here, a little crip there. CZ said he was pushing for today for withdrawals and deposits. Okay. That's the update, guys. Freaking Crazy says hearing rumors U.S. Treasury might get involved with digital cryptocurrency. I seen that one coming. It's probably only a matter of time before they try to introduce like a Fed coin or something like that. I don't have any information to support that right now, but maybe that could be the case. On that note, I think I'm going to tune this live broadcast down. Check out the links that I have down below. Shout out to everybody that has downloaded the Brave browser and are earning cryptocurrency in the form of BAT tokens simply by surfing the web. Okay, the Brave browser, it looks just like Chrome and blocks ads, and you could turn on a feature to earn BAT tokens by viewing ads that you choose to view. Definitely check out the invite to Coinbase Earn as well, where you can get Stellar Coin simply by watching videos and answering some questions. Once you're in Coinbase Earn, you can also sign up to earn BAT, 0x, and Zcash. I have an exclusive link down below, an invite link for you boomers. Even if you're already a Coinbase, signed up to Coinbase, you need to be invited to the programs to earn. And the invite for Stellar's down below. You can get like $5 or $10 a Stellar. I forgot how much it was, but it's not that much, but some free coin. Definitely check out all the links I have down below. I'll be back tomorrow with the good crypto word, and stay booming out there. Shout out to CryptoZilla, Revolutionist, Queens Races, Batman, Impatient Potato, Freaking Crazy, and the rest of the boomers out there. Hopefully this thing goes up to 9K. Let's see where it goes up to. I think we're still looking for a support level, but it's way better than many expected. So kaboom to that. On that note, I'm out of here. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.